And it was only when I got here that I wasn't sure what I would do for this reading. And then I remembered this is 2016 and the 100th anniversary of Dada. You know, and Dada came into the conversation a number of times, and it's been with many of us. So I'm going to read a few poems from that Dada strain, an earlier book of mine, and including a sound poem by Hugo Ball. And usually I perform with some instruments, but I didn't bring them with me for this occasion. You know, we will manage. That Dada string, the zigzag mothers of the gods of science, the lunatic fixed stars and pharmacies, fathers who left the tents of anarchism unguarded, the Arctic bones strung out on Saint-Germain like tom-toms, living light bulbs, aphrodisia. Art is junk, the urinal says. Dig a hole and swim in it. A message from the grim computer. Eat our hamburgers. June 23rd, 1916, Zurich. For that evening's reading, he had made himself a special costume. His legs were in a shiny blue cylinder which reached up to his hips so that he looked like an opera. Over it he wore a huge coat collar cut out of cardboard, scarlet on the inside, gold on the outside. It was fastened at the neck in such a way that he could give the impression of wing-like movement by raising and lowering his elbows. He also wore a high blue and white striped witch doctor's hat. Caravana. Io levanto bambla, oh fali bambla, crescita impa abla orem, egiga goramen. Iko ploiko rusula huju, holaka, holala, alago boom, blago boom, blago boom, buso fataka, shambabula busa olovo, hey tatagorem, hershige tumbada. Ulu, subudu, ulu, subudu, tumba, ba, kusa, gauma, ba. A glass tube ecstasy for Hugo Ball. A glass tube for my legs, says Hugo Ball. My hat, the cylinder, in blue and white. The night, the German ostriches, the sink he pisses in. All these become his world, his Dada song begun there. Holds the image until it comes at us. The image from its cross looks down, a ribbon, a revolver, mud. These contribute to his death also. What his death contributes to hysterical, too sick with God and time. A carousel, a roasted poet, fish, the queen says to his mind, and enters where the street of mirrors start. She sees his face reflected in the hunger of the world, its pain, the consciousness of death, not why we die, but why we dream about it, and why our dreams can't save the dying remnant. Hugo, as I write this poem, the voice cries from a further room. The dancer, singer calls me from a further room. I step into an obelisk below the waist. My mouth opens to sing, but freezes shut in grief for you. Umbula, tate, bitle, solinkola, the collapse of language. Tablato, tato, tatakabala, takatak. A glass tube, ecstasy, escapes from time. Babula, umbalam, the image and word over your bed hang crucified. Again, the cabaret explodes. Again, fatigue. 1 foot in glass, a glass nerve, and a priestly gas pump pulls her hair out. A poem in yellow after Tristan Tzar, which was once translated into French by Nicole. Angel, slide your hand into my basket. Eat my yellow fruit. My eye is craving it. My yellow tires screech. Oh, dizzy human heart, my yellow ding-dong. The holy words of Tristan Tzar. Said in his world, or in yours, he walks for years beside the economic lilies, explores the mysteries of bread. A wax archangel stands on his tongue, his hands cold, dry, deprived of water. In the room, under the room, where Lenin sat, aromas of Bukovina gather, Moinesti with its cornmush, brinza cheese, petroleum, red-headed Leia like a hungry wolf. The word he dreams is Dada. Dada ice, Dada piano, Dada flower, Dada tears, Dada pendulum, Dada vanilla, Dada Don Quixote, Dada human, Dada archipelago, Dada pharmacy, Dada sexenio, Dada dichotomist, Dada dichroic, Dada crap, Dada didactic, Dada Delphian, Dada diluvial, Dada ding dong. The fur of Dada stretched out on the sun. Dada on a hill, old fox, old Dada. Sammy Rosenstock, alive, old exile. Got Zurich on my mind. Glass toys betwixt the stars with chains, electric flags and posters. Logic is a complication. Logic is always wrong, cries Dada. Holy cow. Oh, Q, oh, hobby horse. The freedom first encountered in first trip to Zurich. Ghost drunk on energy, they pulled the bells of war down, martyred the cabaret until it exploded like Yiddish Dada in the street, the overture to cheese. Oh, Sammy, brother, the sad one of your tribe. You said, disgust. You sat next to the photo of red-headed Leia. Under the axle clock, your monocle hung from your vest. Red light grew distant in the room where Lenin sat. The walls sang politics to us. His nurse's name was Dada. So is yours. And sputtered poetry. Red bellies laughing through empty skulls. My name is Sammy Rosenstock. Samiro is later Tristan Tzar. I am so sad with life, I love it. I am forced in Romania. I allow myself to contradict. I put an owl in a hexagon. I climb up on the stage. I'm prim. I'm formal. I applaud the revolution. The hands of bandits, blind worms, and Dada nightmares invade your bowels. Messiahs are passé. The word we dream is Dada. Dada sweepeth out. Dada teareth linens, rips clouds and prayers to shreds. Thou rides on hiccups. Dada has a balcony. We squat there, pregnant birds. We shit by an umbrella. Dada. Dada is against the future. Dada lives in fire, wisdom, fear. Is fear of Dada like a star? No, like a fish, a plant, the moon, a metal word, distorted, boiling. The moon is the urethra, 60 fingers on each arm. I am a monster too. I play with cushions, singing, like hymns of queens. The eye of Lenin, now so wide, pushes the curtains. The chess game opens like a poem. Metaphysics of perdition rules them. Tired of the stars, his horse eats colored snakes. Oh, angel horse, on thee rides Hugo Ball, himself an angel horse. Here Holstenbeck and Jungwalk, here Arp, here Janko, here kings of Zanzibar, here April nuns, here Tristan Tzara, ghost of Avalafia, no ghost. He makes his buttocks jump like belly of Oriental queen, Madonna face of Emmy Hennings. A silent fiddle cuts the room in two. Hugo, like a mannequin at piano, stammers, yodels, farts in rhyme, in lusts of Sabbath, hiccups, bow wows, dusts off the mask of Dada, cardboard, horsehair, leather, wire, cloth, wears Dada collars, Dada boots, Cothurnus of a bishop, lesbian sardines, ecstatic mice, vanilla derbies, from corners of Cabaret Voltaire. How many kings crow? How many crazy kittens cry for you? How many centuries between Zurich and Moynesti? How many grandfathers? How many clicks before the poem ends? How much incesticide? How many accordions to serenade? Red-headed Leia, belated, letting dies. Brave gymnasts march again through workers' suburbs. Stalin's mustache adrift, oh, feckless future, writes Mandelstam, huge, laughing, cockroaches on his lip, the glimmer of his boot rims, scum and chicken necks half human, the execution slide across his tongue like berries. Oh, revolutions of the fathers, you tease us back to death. Pink sands of California line my coast. Saloons and oracles stemming the tide can't end it. You are dead and Dada life is growing from your monocle, ignored, exalted. You lead me to my future, making poems together, flames and tongues we write like idiots. Ballets of sperm, a brain song for the new machine, squadrons of princes pissing in the street, intensity, disgust, an empty church from which you drew the drapes back, the face of Jesus on each drape. On each Jesus was my heart, you wrote, Messiah of stale loaves, of frogs and shoes, God Dada, Messiah's a passé. There is no greater savior than this snow eye, so credible. Your fart that night was luminous. It stoked the cannons throughout Europe, in the bus to Amsterdam, in Missouri, in Brazil, in the Antilles, in a bathrobe. Under your bed, the shadows massed like sleeping robbers. The moon became our moon again. Oh, moon over Moynesti. Oh, moon of tiny exiles, mustaches of antelopes we eat and cry out, fire, water, avalanche, a swamp of stars waits, toads squashed flat against red bellies, at center of a dream, magnetic eyes, whose center is a center, and in the center is another center, and in each center is a center, and the center on each center. Centered, centering, composed by centers, like earth, the brain, the passage to other worlds, passage to something sad, lost Dada, an old horse rotting in the garden, maneless, waiting for the full moon. Someone leaps into the saddle, rushes